Used car dealers are often depicted as lovable rogues, the epitome of ducking and diving salesmen.
These aren't cars we're selling here. They're dreams.
But data from Citizens Advice shows there are more consumer complaints by far about second-hand cars than any other product. 22-year-old graduate Natasha Akintunde bought a Nissan Micra for more than £1,000, only for the clutch to fail within weeks. She was given a replacement, but then...
My mum went to pick up the car for me, and on the way back home the brakes actually failed. So I just want my money back, to be honest. I don't really want to buy a used car again, and I'm going to make sure I do my research properly before I buy another car.
Now the government says it's time to tackle the rogue traders.
They're going to find that there's action being taken against them by trading standards, that consumers, hopefully through our campaign, are going to be more well informed about how they can enforce their rights and how they can make sure they're not buying a dodgy car in the first place, and they need to shape up because they're not going to be able to get away with it.
But an industry trade body says that rip-off reputation of dealers is unwarranted.
Used car dealers are charismatic people in many cases. They call a spade, but they are the salt of the earth and quite honest people in many cases. Unfortunately, there is a nucleus of rogue operators, which there are in every sector of business, and those operators should be identified, and we work very hard with our code scheme to drive those rogue operators out.
Now all sides of the debate will have a say. That's because the government's expected to set up a special committee looking at the source and solution to these used car gripes. It'll report back in the spring. In the meantime, the message to anyone buying a car is to triple check you're not buying a wreck. Cross-reference with documents and use a free online database to check the car's history. Take an expert with you to look over the technical aspects of the vehicle. If the seller is part of an approved trader scheme, there's more chance of getting help. So what are your rights if you discover a post-purchase problem that wasn't pointed out?
If something goes wrong within the first few weeks after buying it, generally we would say you're entitled to a repair or some other kind of redress. That may even mean you're entitled to your money back if the trader agrees. If something happens 6, 7, 8 months down the line, then something different has to happen. You have to prove that the fault was there at the time of sale.
So if you fall in love with a car, remember to do your homework before you buy, or you could be left heartbroken. Kevin Peachy, BBC News.